Is it just recording? Oh, okay. I thought you had to do something else.
No, it's all set up.
Okay.
Are you scared?
No.
Nervous?
No.
Anything?
Nothing.
Ever?
Well, not really. Just because I'm just not.
Does anything make you nervous?
I guess the only thing that makes me really nervous is not knowing what I'm prepared for. That makes me nervous.
Not knowing what you're prepared for?
Well, like, say for instance, like if I had like a show and I saw everybody before the show, but then it was time for me to go on stage, I would be like, these people don't seem like they listen to this kind of music. So that'll make me nervous.
Oh, you're
So
afraid you're not going to connect.
Yeah, not having a good connection makes me nervous. And I'll be like, I guess I just gotta do it. Sometimes I'll change my song like before going on stage like 12 times. Just because.
Has it happened where you didn't connect?
I think there's been like I think there's been like one time, and that was when I did like the festival and there was all these little kids. But they were dancing, so it was like, well, obviously they caught because these older people in the crowd did not catch it. They were like looking like, how is she performing this song with little kids like watching? And I was just like, it's just what I was feeling for the day. I went in there with a straight up routine. I said, I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, because it was a festival and I had to do 3 numbers. I said, I'm gonna do this song because it's one of my favorites right now. After that, I'm gonna do this song because it's a great middle song. And I'm gonna close out with this, because I'm gonna be tired a little bit, so I'm gonna scoochie my way across the stage and do what I gotta do. But
Scoochie.
Yeah. And so that's what I did, and I didn't realize that, well, when they got booked for the show, they were like, try not to have any swearing in your music, and I was like, no, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
Most of the music you have has swearing in it.
Not always, but I feel like if I want to come off like for real on stage, then I want to be like, sometimes I'm gonna be like, bitch, or whatever whatever, you know?
So was there swearing in the songs?
Yeah. And in the second song, there was a lot of swearing, and in the other 2, there wasn't.
Do you look at the faces?
What faces?
The faces in the audience whenever you're doing it.
Always. I look at everybody's face. Always.
So you see their expressions and...
Yeah, and like, they weren't like, nobody was really like, not for it, but it did make me feel a little strange, because I was like, those little kids. Like, oh, they're like babies. And I'm sitting here talking about I'm working on my shit. And they're like jumping around, and I was just like... And then I got off stage, and one of the girls was like, girl, how did they take that song? And I said, girl, they caught. I'm done, I did my piece. Let me get up out of this shit. Not like that, but it was really, really hot. And when it's that hot and you already have like a whole dome on and the head, it's just so much. And my wigs are so heavy. I'm mad that I left my water over there.
Go get it if you want to.
I won't get it yet.
You can. When was the first time you saw drag as a kid? What, did you see it as a kid?
Yeah.
What's your first memory?
RuPaul.
RuPaul?
And Tu Wong Fu. And I was just like, who is that? Like, I mean, I saw, like, Wesley Snipes and, like, all them, but they were nothing. I've always known of RuPaul since I was little, but, like, never really seen RuPaul. And then when I saw her in that movie, I said, yeah, that's the bitch. That's her. I want to be like her. And I thought she was gorgeous then, but I was, like, getting my way up, and now I see her and I'm just like, Like, I mean, it's only until you get so old that you start to pick so much up, where you start to understand understand all the other bullshit to get there. So, it's
a lot
cute.
of politics.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
What?
Politics of it.
No. Not, like, for the simple fact that it's like, I'm strong enough to believe in myself and what I do that I don't let a lot of that, like, I just think it's bullshit. I don't let it scare me because the people are gonna think the way they think no matter what. We all get to a certain point in our lives where we just chop everything else out. It's what you want and that's it. So I don't let it scare me.
How did you get to that point?
Huh?
How did you get to that point? Yeah.
Just like believing in myself a lot more and carrying on with myself and what I want to do and not letting, like, the simple things in life, like getting mad about something that doesn't really matter. I don't let any of that affect me. I just, if it ain't got shit to do with me, then I'm done. Like, swerve. That's how I feel. I don't let politics get to me because it's just, it'll throw you there. It'll really get you there and take you down. And some people aren't strong enough, and before I didn't think I was strong enough to do it, but I noticed that it was only me bringing myself down with how things work, you know? So.
Who inspires you now?
Still RuPaul.
Still RuPaul.
RuPaul, mostly for, like, drag, because I am a drag, but RuPaul inspires me. Beyonce really inspires the shit out of me. Rihanna. But RuPaul mostly for when it comes down to my drag world. Even though it's like she's untouchable a little bit, I feel like that's somewhere where I know I can get. But then again, there's politics. So, who knows, we'll see.
What happens when she's gone?
You know, that's so funny. We talked about this before, me and Dita, and we were like, if RuPaul ever leaves from being sick or whatever the case may be, we were like, who would take over? Like, what would RuPaul's Drag Race become? Like, it just seems really strange, you know? I think if that was to happen, I think the only person they would have take over is Raja. Because I think Raja kind of has the same edge as RuPaul. She's an LA queen. And this shit happens.
How long has Roger been in it?
I think forever. I don't know. I don't know how long she's been in it, but I know she's just as old as RuPaul. So it's like, and they're good friends. Why wouldn't she? And she won the season. So it's like, it only makes sense. It would only make sense. No one else would be really worthy. You really would be able to call it RuPaul's Drag Race, yeah. Like, I mean, another queen hosting RuPaul's Drag Race is, like, strange. But they did have a episode where they had the other queens hosting it to see who would be the best, so.
So RuPaul's Drag Race is like it?
Mm-hmm. It's top notch. Basically.
Do you think any other shows will come?
Well, they tried to have, like, what is that show? I can't remember the name of the other show. There was another show that was a follow-up to RuPaul's Drag Race. What is that show called? I have a smartphone. She had a follow-up show, and it was called, I'm gonna get this name of the show, because I can't.
It was also a RuPaul show?
Yeah. And it didn't work out so well because I think it was like not enough ratings or not a lot of people really looked at it. Oh, well, I guess it's not on the I guess she's not on the logo app anymore either. Well, I do not know the name of that show, but she did RuPaul's Drag U, and that's what it was. And it was like previous queens were, whether you made like top 6, top 5, top 4, whatever, you got a spot on that show, and you would basically just like college these women and turn them into actual like women, like pretty glamazon women instead of normal everyday average women. Yeah.
Right.
And I guess that show didn't really go so well because people were kind of getting over it. I was pressed about it because I was just like, the fuck? Like, what is this? I mean, if anything, I think Untucked could be, like, Untucked shouldn't be attached to Drag Race, but it is. Mm-hmm. But Untucked is like, I want that water.
Okay.
I got really thirsty. And it's so cold and it looks frosted. Okay. Ow!
What did you do?
I hurt my wrist. Like, fuck. It hurts so bad. But whatever.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy is getting to drag, talking to my mom. It's so strange, but like talking to boys that are like pretty boys. A lot of things make me happy. Like what makes me the happiest?
What makes you happiest?
Is waking up. Literally. I have long hard nights when I'm out, and a lot of those times like I'm like so happy when I'm in drag, and a lot of the nights I'm in drag, and when I'm not in drag I'm still really happy because I'm like hanging out with friends. I don't let anything put me down. I don't have time to be mad at anything. Right. It's pointless. It's so stupid. Holding grudges and being mad is so ridiculous. So I think I'm happy all the time. There's a few times when I get pressed, but I'm still happy. I'll be like, ugh, so pressing, but whatever. And then it's turned back on. And people don't get that. It's like a switch to me. It's like, oh, she's mad. Back happy. I don't let a lot of things make me mad. I'm always happy. But at my happiest points, I'm like talking to my mom, getting in drag, feeling my oats. It makes me really happy. Nothing can get in the way with that. And I don't want to be one of those people that walk around like with a grudge or a chip like on their shoulder just being mad, because right. That's just ugly.
Right.
So yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
Heights.
Heights is your
dying. And falling. Mostly dying. But I know that'll happen one day. But mostly dying. But I am deathly terrified of heights. I think somebody will try to get me together on a reality show that I apply for, and I'm like, for $100,000, jump off this building, even though you're attached to all these bungees, and I'll be like, America's about to hate me because I ain't doing that shit. I don't care how many bungees I'm attached to, I will never do it. I only say that now because I've done it before. I bungee jumped, and that shit was not fun. I did it just to let it out, and I think I went back in the show doing that because I was just like I literally thought I was dead. My friend keeps trying to get me to go skydive with him because he's got like this deal, this plan, whatever, and I'm just like, I can't do that. I'm terrified. I'll die, like we'll fall, and they'll be like, release the parachute or whatever, and I'll be like, I don't know how to move.
I can't.
I'm dead. I literally will feel like flopping in the air like this. I would feel dead as fuck. Yeah. I love that I wear these silk pajamas.
Do you?
I do. I never sleep in them. I literally woke up this morning like, wait, did I put these on this morning? Yeah. Oh, maybe I did. Forgot. Last night was such a long night. She was pressed.
About?
Drag Race. Can't even. Like, I just can't even. I've been like seriously like thinking about it like more and more, and I'm just like, they really fucking with us. They are. Stories got out and they were not right stories, and it was like stories you believe in, and then you see how it's played out and you're like, yeah, I guess I get it, but I don't. Whatever.
Why is it so important to you?
Well, because it's like I say it's my life. Like, drag is my life, and if you're gonna be a professional drag queen, why not go for a show that displays you? You know what I mean? I say I love RuPaul, and I would love to get that stamp and be able to be like, I did Drag Race, but it was just for me to get that RuPaul stamp, because since she's that bitch, I want to get it from her. Just like, if you're a dancer, you want to dance for the best person. There's no best person, but there is. You know, being a dancer, you want to dance for Lady Gaga. You want to really dance for Beyonce. You know, you want to dance with Janet. You want to dance with Michael. You want to dance with the best. You don't. If you're gonna do it right. You know, you don't have to win. I'm not saying that I'm not going to, because I really think I will, but I want that stamp. I want that stamp, so when I'm done with that show, I can be like, hey LA, yeah, I did Drag Race. What other castings do you have? You know, like that. It can be like a sickening little reel I'll have. So that's why I want Drag Race. It's so important to me, and I keep up with it because any little bit can just like twist your arm. You get on there and they're like, what happened season 4 and blah blah blah, who kicked this person off, and you're like, it's like, I watched every show, like every season, every episode, untucked, full episode, front and back, left and right, whatever, throw that shit at me, you know? And I've been just like paying such close attention to like how they eliminate the girls, what they eliminate them for. I understand the meaning of the show, like they have to have all these qualities, and I get that. And I'm just starting to see this year, people are getting kicked off, and I guess they flop at one of the qualities. I guess maybe the competition is just that fierce, but I'm noticing that like girls are getting kicked off for no reason, and it's just like, last night after I saw that elimination, I was literally just gagged boots, because she would be the second runner-up to win that show. So I'm like, how did she go home? Like, I need to watch it again, because that's why I was trying to watch it in there, because I'm like, I just don't believe this elimination. I just don't believe this elimination. It really turns things for me. And I only say this and was so, like, being so shocked about it, because each drag queen is their own drag queen. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But the show is like saying that showing you that you need to have like the glitz, the glam, and always be that girl.
Right.
And it's like, there's girls that's not even close to a glitz and a glam girl, and she's just coasting. And it's like, how are you coasting with that?
Right.
Like, is that okay? Because if it is, then they need to stop making the show be about the costumes, and they need to make it be more about personality. Because if it's coming down to costumes, it's like, you can't walk down the runway in that. You shouldn't. She is, and it's just like, that's not okay. Like, throwing her in the bottom 2 and then saving her is just like, what? Okay. You had an animal challenge and this bitch came down the runway with that. You know, it's like, whatever. She's pressing.
What's your favorite part about drag?
Walking into the room.
Walking into the room.
Yeah.
What if people don't look?
Who says they have to?
So that's not what it is. What
No.
about walking into the room?
It's like walking into a room and feeling it. Like, knowing how that... If people don't look, they don't look. But you have to know that when you step into a room, you have entered that bitch and you can own it. Easy. If you don't, that's your own fault. You got on all that shit and you can't own a room. That's weird. That's weird to me. For drag.
What was your hardest lesson to learn?
That there's always going to be somebody prettier, better, younger behind you to push you down. And that's the hardest lesson because it's like in drag, like doing drag already is like such a big thing, but it's like you are transforming yourself from being this guy to a girl, but not everybody does it to be a pretty girl. You know,
Right.
Not that I signed up or thought that I was gonna be a pretty girl. I just know when I get into that shit, I want to look like her.
Right.
Like I want to be Beyonce, and Beyonce's gorgeous, so that's what I go for. Some girls are just like, I just do it because, and I'm like, that's cute. I can't say nothing about it because it's like, I guess we all got our own reasons for jumping in this, and we know what we want to look like. So.
What does the future generation of drag look like?
Terrible.
You think so? Do you think that the generation prior to you thought that about you?
I'm sure they thought that about us because when we first started, we did look terrible. But upon looking terrible, we had great personalities. And we knew how to still go into a bar and be like, hey, let's turn up, let's be about this. And that was that. I think I looked terrible when I first started, but everybody always tells me how pretty I was all the time, so that's what made me keep going. Because I was like, oh, people are so nice. I mean, then I look back at pictures and I was like, oh, they were mean, they were shady. I didn't look halfway at like what I look like now. So I think they're terrible now, but I know they're going to grow to be better. I just think the generation below me, their attitudes suck. Like, all of them. Their attitude is just like, it's not the way to be.
What is the attitude?
It's just mean, it's cold, it's not, and like when you put that in your drag, like your drag, as fierce as you want to be, fierce has nothing to do with the word bitch. Fierce has nothing to do with hateful. And that's how these girls come off. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a fierce bitch. And it's like, oh, wow, you want to be a fierce bitch? That's cute for you. Nobody likes bitches.
Right.
Fix it, you know, and they don't know how to fix that. So it's just when you come off with a little more truth to them, then they're like at you like you started some shit with them, like you just came for their entire existence because you told them to drop the attitude or try to be nice to people, and they're like, this bitch came for me. So I think that's like with the young generation, I think they need to know where that is, that separation is.
Do you think maybe they saw it being rewarded in the past?
No, I think that's what they see on TV now.
Oh, okay. With Drag Race?
With Drag Race, yeah, mostly with Drag Race, because now, like before in Drag Race, they walk in the room and they're all like they're all pleasant and they're sweet to each other. Not like sweet to each other, but they're not as reedy as they are now. Now they're like, she walked in the room really feeling herself, or she walked in the room and it's like, ugh. And it's like, why I gotta be like that?
Right.
You shocked that we on the same show? Like, I mean, I just think that it teaches kids that that side of shade that you really don't want to be a part of, you know? Stavia. Davion, this girl, me and this girl, Davion has been talking.
What? Are you pressed?
Not yet. Why you got on your spin shirt? He's like, Davion sends me this picture of him in his wig. He goes, just playing in it. And I was just like, why you got on your spin shirt? You ain't at work right now.
Does he do drag too?
No.
I didn't think so.
Don't you think it's so funny when people think that they're going blonde from black hair? They're thinking they're going blonde, and it's not really blonde. It's like orange. Like Tierney. Oh, well. One of my friends, her name is Tierney. This bitch is a goon on Snapchat. Like literally.
Oh, the one that does it all the time.
Yeah. I'm like, girl, we don't need to see all of that. Make a video.
Right.
And be down with it.
Right.
She's like giving you the most. I'm gonna be so sad if I don't get this Beyonce ticket. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. That's probably why my day is so pressed. She sold out already. I know there's gonna be tickets online and all that good stuff, but $400. And this is like not a big, this is like, shouldn't be a big deal because it's like, girl, who gonna spend $400 to get a ticket? I need that shit. There ain't no telling who got the tickets, cause you know it's Beyonce fans. But Beyonce and Jay-Z together.
Yeah, you have Jay-Z fans in too.
That shit is like epic. That's like everything.
How long have you liked Beyonce?
All my life.
All your life?
Mhm.
Since
I was born.
Was she around when you were born?
Mhm. She's older than me.
By how much?
She's 32. I'm 28.
So
Since Star Search.
Okay.
I've always been a Beyonce fan.
Okay.
Girls' Time.
Girls' Time?
That was her first group.
Oh, okay.
I love Beyonce. I knew she was always going to be the shining star.
Why do you love her?
She has so much motivation. Look at how she works. She pumps it. Mama stumps the yard. She shakes the building. She shuts shit down. You can't even get better than that.
Right.
And she's an entertainer. She ain't out there working at some desk like another bad bitch could be doing. She's like, look, I'm coming out with these sickening looks, snatching wigs left and right, painted from the back row, for the back row. I'm giving you production, I'm giving you sex, I'm giving you beauty, I'm giving you pure entertainment. I don't know who I am on stage. That's how good I am. And that's how good you want to be. That mama fell down the stairs and hopped up like nothing happened. I couldn't believe that. I cried, but I could not believe that.
Fell down what stairs?
She fell down a flight of stairs.
Oh, I didn't know.
On stage. Yes, it was the one time.
Okay.
She fell down a flight of stairs face first. Got up, not a scratch, not a scar. She continued with her number, and she said, don't put this on YouTube, and everyone did, and it made her become the baddest bitch ever. She was like, come for me. I'm making millions while I sleep.
Right.
And she goes, I guarantee you, somebody's watching me all day, every day, while I'm still here.
Right.
And it's true. All I do is, me and my friends, we literally will be like,